Michael Jordan, the GOAT, one-on-one versus this guy. This should be the easiest dub Jordan's ever had, right? What's up everybody, it's Jimmy, and years ago I remember stumbling onto a video of Michael Jordan doing something I'd never, ever thought I would see. A video with a significant amount of views, but in recent years has faded away into the background for everyone to just forget about. Well, good try YouTube. But today I'm digging this gem back up to discuss the time that Michael Jordan was beat in a game of one-on-one by a businessman while he was actually trying to win. Well, kinda. I know. Sounds impossible, right? Well, unfortunately for Mike, this did happen. Years ago, in 2003, when Michael Jordan was just 1 year removed from his NBA career, the basketball demigod that beat him, a man named John Rogers, founder and CEO of Ariel Investments. John is a real big brain baller. In the late 70s, John attended Princeton University where he served as the captain of the basketball team. But after evaluating his true talents, John decided to put basketball aside and start his own independent investment bank by the name of Ariel Capital Investments, a firm with over 100 employees and $10 billion under management. But enough of that boring crap. Later on in the early 2000s, after amassing significant credibility and notability in his industry, John began to make friends with some very influential people. One of those being Michael Jordan. In fact, John Rogers was one of very few people invited to practice with Michael Jordan as he prepared for his final comeback with the Wizards. So at this point, John has had experience in both basketball and studying Jordan's moves, getting inside his head and understanding how the man himself operates, all in preparation of that inevitable one-on-one. It's August of 2003. John and his colleagues are taking part in one of Jordan's flight school camps in Las Vegas. Just some investment bankers trying to get their ball on. Jordan had just retired from the NBA for the second and last time, so this was one of the only times in all of his years doing camps that he was still athletic and in shape enough to absolutely destroy everyone in attendance, but was also completely done with his NBA career so he could actually go full speed without worrying about injuries or anything like that. So, Jordan being Jordan, completely bodied every single person that stepped up to him. Jacob from corporate, bodied. Mark from accounting, bodied. The janitor that mops up the main floor restrooms, get wrecked. Every time someone stepped up to challenge Michael, he proceeded to take a giant shit on them one by one. And it's not even like Jordan was wearing his normal baggy sweatpants casual footwear camp attire. Nah, mans was suited up with all basketball gear and some retro 2s on. These poor souls should have known it was over before it even began. But everyone forgot about one person. My man's John Rogers, the man himself, CEO and Princeton graduate, Ivy League basketball and a summer of practicing with Jordan all leading up to this moment. Game to 3, one-on-one with the GOAT. Before the game even begins, Jordan is already on top of John's head with the trash talking, saying, "Don't be mad at me, I'm just too good for you."
Don't be mad at me, I'm just too good for you. Well, y'all think I had this camp just so y'all could beat me?
John wasn't going to sit back and just take that kind of talk. John uses his lightning quick reflexes to blow past Jordan for a double pump layup off the glass. Michael Jordan 0, John Talk to Me Nice Rogers 1. If you've ever felt accomplished in your life, just listen to the standing ovation John gets from his colleagues after scoring a point on Michael Jordan. To make matters worse, John gives Michael a little tap on the belly, letting Mike know he's just getting started. Michael's got a smile on, but deep down, he's livid. Now, John's fully aware of the fact that he may never get the chance to score another bucket on Jordan for the rest of his days, so he approaches his next possession with 100% effort and intensity. He gives Michael one of the quickest pump fakes in the history of the universe and catches Michael off guard by going to his left this time. John, being the absolute basketball phenom that he is, gets right into his bag, puts a little English on the ball, and jellies that bad boy in the hoop. 2-0. At this point, John's colleagues and friends are gassing this man way the up. Just listen to how rowdy this room is getting.
Nice job, John.
Now you know these guys are getting jacked up when you hear a full-fledged woohoo! They know they are witnessing history. Jordan checks the ball up. This man is fuming. Just the thought of losing to John Rogers, CEO and Ivy League graduate, has him utterly shook. John goes back to the old reliable, put my head down and sprint right at the rim technique. And misses. Now, it's Jordan's turn. John checks the ball up and Jordan immediately begins getting inside his head.
Adidas. Oh, wow, I just noticed that.
Mike gives him a few jab steps. John starts getting twitchy. Jordan pulls up and sinks the shot. Nothing but net. No more than 5 seconds later, Jordan pulls up right in John's face and sinks another jumper. All of a sudden, it's not looking so good for old Mr. Rogers. But here is where Mike makes a crucial mistake. John assumes the shots Mike were taking were worth 2 points. As most hoopers know, oftentimes in games of one-on-one, 2s are worth 1 and 3s are worth 2. John assumed Mike had 4 points and had won the game, but Mike insisted they play all 1s. Every shot, regardless of where it was taken, is only worth 1 point. So the game is actually tied up 2-2. John's hopes are still alive. John tries his best to get a hand up as Jordan shoots, but has absolutely no chance at blocking Jordan's shot. But in an incredibly rare turn of events, Mike misses. John and his colleagues still have faith. This time around, instead of going back to his unstoppable drive, John puts up a jumper and just misses. Once again, the momentum has shifted, and this time around, Mike is straight ruthless with the trash talk. Another crucial mistake by Michael. Mike gets the ball and squares up. He gives John one of his patented one-handed ball fakes that fakes out the cameraman so bad, I nearly got motion sickness just watching this clip. But once again, in what might be one of the rarest occurrences in recorded history, Michael Jordan misses another shot. John knows this is his last chance at beating the greatest player ever, one-on-one, fair and square. But before John can even get the ball, Michael is at his neck once again with the trash talk.
Which knee? Which knee? Right. Don't ever give away that. Don't ever.
And this would prove to be the final straw for him. See, by talking all that smack, Michael was unaware of the fact that he had awoken the beast. All this time, Michael was undeniably sure of the fact that he would take down John Rogers, no problem. But today was John's day.
That's right. Oh, no.
With one of the most historic displays of basketball, John stares down the GOAT himself, takes a deep breath, and dives down at the basket. John goes up, but Jordan goes up much higher. John has to readjust mid-air and puts up a circus shot off the top of the backboard, followed by those two beautiful words. Oh no.
That's right. Oh, no. Oh, no.
The room erupts with excitement and, well, disbelief. This man, their boss, an Ivy League grad and CEO, took down Michael Jordan in a game of one-on-one. Truly one of the greatest regular guy feats in recorded history. After the game, John was interviewed and, to no one's surprise, was smiling ear to ear. I thought I had a chance and I missed one of those shots early on and I was sort of kicking myself on that one. I was really happy to get a second chance because he's a tough defender, obviously. During the interview, a man who was co-hosting the event came up to John and congratulated him, and, well, just listen.
Hey, congratulations. That was an unbelievable performance. That was one of the most outstanding. In fact, we may replace the picture up on the wall with yours, John.
John Rogers, basketball legend, indisputable GOAT, and quite possibly the only man to beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. Hope you all enjoyed, and as always, until next time.